Today's story of my experience with supernatural beings is gonna be 2-in-1. I have the stories for y'all today, so bring your popcorn. Let's rock. Many years ago, there was this young madman I used to see near the dump site in our area then. Story has it that he was a final year student of a federal university and the only child of his late mom. Although his father married another wife, and he had to live with his maternal relatives, they were responsible for everything about him. They trained him in school till he graduated, but he occasionally visits his father's house after his final year examination as an electronics and electrical engineering student. He went home to his father to celebrate with him. He wore his sign-out shirt to show his father that indeed he had finally graduated from the university. That was the last time he was seen as a normal person. Upon his return, even from the motor park, he started talking to himself and walking around the park in circles. No one could go close to him because his eyes looked so dangerous. He later walked out of the park, and unfortunately, he entered the market and was terrorizing market women and children. Some young men caught him and gave him the beating of his life. His backpack was seized from him, and that was how they got to know that he was a student. I don't know if there was any effort made by his family to take him to a psychiatrist hospital, but by the end of that year, his madness had blown to full circle. With his long beards, dirty unshaved hair, and clothes, he was always walking around the dump site, speaking big grammar about quantum physics and the rest. One day, I was just passing by when he suddenly ran out from nowhere and came close to me. I was about to run very far from him when he said, "I know that you know me, but I'm not the one that made him mad." I quickly walked away very fast before he did something untoward to me. It was much later that I regretted walking away so fast. I should have listened to him because he sounded like he wanted to pass a message to me. But it looked so weird, standing on a busy road and having a conversation with a raving madman. I didn't see him afterwards, but I'll never forget the look on his face that day. It spoke volumes. I don't know the cause of his madness, but I sincerely hope that he regains his sanity. May our glory not be quenched at the moment of our rising. If you're spiritually inclined, you would sense where his madness came from. Now into the next story. Months ago, a man dropped off some kids at their school. I was just in my car behind this man's car when I saw one of the children stretch his hands toward the man's tire and release what seemed like a dark force towards his tire. I was puzzled. I began to wonder if these children were his kids or not. The man drove off shortly after the kids began to walk into their school gate. After solving the puzzle in my head, I instantly knew that this was a projected accident against him. Why would he focus on the man's tire? Why must it be the front wheel? As he drove off, I quickly followed him behind to stop him. I knew he was under attack. The man was speeding really fast, and I was struggling to keep up with him. After a 20-minute drive, he got to a traffic light and I managed to get his attention by honking. I asked him to pull over because it was urgent. He pulled over and stepped down from the car. I walked up to him and asked him if he knew the kids he dropped off at school. He shook his head. No, I just figured out that they were late for school, so I decided to quickly drop them off at school. I saw one of those children attack your front tires. They punctured it? He went to check. The tires were still intact and not leaking. I saw dark powers. One of them projected something evil on your tire, and that was why I had to follow you. He squatted, and that was when he noticed that 3 of his nuts were missing and the last one holding. The tire together was closely tightened. He was shocked, and I was as well. I didn't expect that it would be a case of missing nuts. The boy had taken 3 of his nuts away and was hoping he would suffer an accident. I told him he should return to his church and say a prayer. The devil tried, but he tried on the wrong day. The man told me he was heading back to the school to confront the kids and inform their teachers. I didn't stop him. I only asked him to be careful. I went about my activities. These days, Satan uses anyone to accomplish his evil deeds. Do not look down on anyone. Some innocent people you see have hearts as dark as ash. This particular story wasn't told to stop you from extending a helping, but to do it with caution. It is important that we listen to our instincts before indulging on something. If your heart does not feel good about a thing, it's a sign that you let go, or you suddenly feel tense in your body. It is your spirit man talking to you to let go. Our minds are subconscious. God made us in his own image, which means our spirit man senses when we're in danger. But a lot of us neglect that part of us. Before you leave, please subscribe to this channel if you love what we're doing here. It is important that you subscribe to motivate and keep us going. Sending hugs, peace, and love.